Hello and welcome to Toy Vet, the show where I react to upcoming and recent toy releases. I have here a list of recent releases that, for the most part, I saw them, knew I'd want to take a second look, and instead of taking that second look, I'm taking that second look here with you, so it's a pretty fresh reaction. Some stuff I've looked at ahead of time, mostly the like the Galaxy People stuff at the end, maybe some other stuff too, but in general, this is pretty fresh. Let's take a look. First up, Queso Jones on Kickstarter. This was a project that's finished now. Created by Toys on Tap. So I've started listening to Toys on Tap is a podcast. I've started listening to it. I think maybe I learned about it from this. I'm not sure. It's a pretty good show. They talk to a lot of toy creators and they go through their background a lot and how they started making toys, which is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. It's a Casey Jones figure from Ninja Turtles frozen in carbonite. That's pizza. As you guys probably know, I'm not the hugest fan of references to IPs. If you listen to their show, Toys on Tap, this is really on brand for them. They're really into, the host is really into Ninja Turtles and old toys. Old, not even designer toys. Well, very into designer toys, but very into old, like Ninja Turtles toys and stuff like that. Old action figures. So this is right on brand for them. I like that it's pizza. That's what really makes it work for me because I don't really like the reference to Ninja Turtles or Star Wars. I do like Ninja Turtles. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but the fact that it's a pizza is pretty cool. But yeah, still, I'm not the hugest fan of it just being a reference to Ninja Turtles. But it's a cool figure. It's pretty neat. The pizza-ness of it is well done. I want to take a bite out of it. Anyway. Next. Monsterbot by Calica Toys x Gore Toys. There's only 5 of these. I'm sure they're probably gone then. Are there 5 different ones? I guess there's 5 different ones. There's 4 of them. Yeah, they are all different. Well, these 3 have the skull body. This one has a different body. They all have these pincher, like one normal arm, one pincher arm. Cool faces. I like that face. Is there a 5th one? I don't know. Pretty cool. I'm not going to go into looking at their Instagrams, but cool figures to see. Next up. Again, Monsterbot by Calica Toys. X Gore Toys in blank, pink, and turquoise. 5 pieces each. They look great as blanks in these colors. Very good. Anyway, next up, Tea Time Cat's Meowtown Bakery Series figure. Is it just one figure? No. Clerk, Dragon Lee, I guess that's a type of cat maybe, and Customer British Shorthair. That sounds like a type of cat. Oh, they have cat feet, which is pretty gross. I guess there's just the 2 of them. Oh, they come together. They almost look like a drawing or a video game or something. They're like really well done. Ugh, really gross from the back with the catness of it. Yeah, extremely well done. Pretty weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the catness of them. It's really gross, but yeah, the figures themselves, like it looks like it's straight out of a video game screenshot. It's pretty cool. Very well done. Be cool if that was like a blind box series and lose the cat feet. I'd be a lot more into it in that situation. Next up is Gululu Wonderland Afternoon Tea Series plush blind box. Okay, let's take a look. This happens. All the links I put up from Kika Goods, this always happens. I'm like on this photo near the end for some reason. And then I loop around. I guess it doesn't matter, but let's just start at the beginning. That looks like a Cuphead cup. So does that. Here's some foods. Looks like they're keychains, which I'm not a fan of keychains most of the time. Or they have keychain or lanyards or something. That one's pretty cool looking. Not feeling some of them. The croissant guy is really like bending with the croissant shape. Yeah, some of them are cool. That one's okay. That one's kind of cool. I'm not feeling all of them though. Plus they're plush, plus they're keychains. I mean, the cups actually are open. I mean, I kind of like plushes, but I'm not collecting them at all at this point, and I probably am not going to start, but maybe I would for the right ones. If you remember the weird burgers we looked at, like probably a long time ago on this show, I still think about getting them sometime. All right, next up is Kaichidento Obake editions from Blue Tengu. These were for Super Festival, so I'm sure they're long gone, but I don't even know what I'm looking at, but they're kind of cool. It looks like they have a hinge joint right here. I don't know if that's an actual joint or if it's just part of the shape of what they are. I wonder if these are part of like the yokai stuff I've seen. I don't know. Decent looking little figures, whatever they are. I'm not going to look further into it. Kind of blazing through this show. Let's see. Stephen Lepad Cutaway. Customized Stephen Lepad figure produced by Mindstyle. Looks like this artist. They had this. This is a custom they did. They thought about it for a decade. Finally made it real for an online show. So I think it's a one of one. Sounds like. Customized version of a certain figure that I'm not super familiar with. It looks great, although I guess I'm just not familiar with the normal figure and what it looks like. I guess there'd be a face here. Without this face, I'm finding it hard to tell what the figure is without already knowing what it is, without being a fan of it. So that's an interesting aspect to it, but great job on the internal works. Maybe should have left a little more of the face. I don't know. Interesting. I'm sure it's a one-off that's long gone. Made out of all kinds of stuff. Vinyl, epoxy, acrylic, styrene, aluminum, toy parts, steel, lead, rubber, found objects. The heart looks wood to me. Could be wrong though. Great job, but yeah, maybe more of the face should have been left if I'm going to be critical. Bronze Getter, a behemoth mech suit constructed for defense in a proposed Luna excursion. Customized Black Getter. Big scale series vinyl figure from Kaiju 1. Oh, this is by the same guy, Dr. A, and Kaiju 1. So the same guy that did that cutaway we just looked at made this. It looks great. And I love the way it's holding the two big guns. Very cool. Yeah, it looks great. Not totally up my alley, but especially if is a, let's say, Black Getter. I wonder if is from Getter Robo. Is it a licensed figure? So I'm less into it, but anyway, I really am blazing through this episode. Sorry, everyone. Been away for a long time, and now blazing through the episode. Next up, Mimi Little World Sweet Conquest series blind box. I don't know why I put this on here necessarily. This isn't looking like it's too up my alley. That's an ice cream. That's kind of cool. What is up with this one? It's like little melting ice creams dancing around. Oh, he's like piping them. Cool and well done. Not super into it though. Clear element on the head. That's cool. Let's see here. Rosette Summer Enchant is one with that clear element on the head, I think. Where's the piping bag guy? Right here, Creamy Puff Meow. Interesting and well done, but just the face and the base figure, not really into. And is this a, let's see, Rosette Summer Enchant? I guess that's not a dress. I was thinking this is a guy. It really looks like a dress in this picture. But I guess it's a robe. Yeah. Interesting. All right. We're already at Mech Noise, which we check every show. Ooh, might have some cool stuff to look at here. It's been a while, so where did we leave off? Well, I know we looked at this. I'm not into any of this Eva stuff. So let's see. Here's, okay, we've been waiting for this figure for a while. Maybe we already looked at this. I think we may have. I guess it's called Demon Buster. This is the X-ray version for Amazing Toy Show. Ooh, the back looks cool. I have to see a painted one. Oh, is that an alternate head or is that a shoulder or something? I guess that's an alternate head. And it looks like this little guy pilots it. Maybe. Or you can put it in the head. Or maybe it's an alternate head that goes in it. Because that doesn't look like the mask there. Anyway, we've talked on the show a bunch of times about how this is Mech Noise's big new non-Eva figure, and I'm probably not into it because it's like a Buddhist exorcist, and I'm a Christian trying to avoid some of, I don't know, I don't want to support a Buddhist thing in a way. But I mean, I might in some sense. Looks like they made some Ultraman stuff, maybe, or maybe they're just showing it off. Not into that. Some Godzilla stuff. I doubt they made that. I doubt Mech Noise made that. Even if they did, not into that. This is an Eva thing, right? I think so. Okay, here we go. Here is a Demon Buster by McBraining, Mike Braining. It's a three, I guess it's 3 one-offs. Love the white on that one. With the like monster head. Okay, this is what we saw earlier. It is a shoulder piece, not a head, I guess. Little game controller right there. Looks great. I don't like the little yokai guy you get with it, with the little demon horns. Don't like the demon horns. I guess he's in there too. The sword looks awesome. I love the white color. I really like stark whites and blacks in toys, I'm realizing. This isn't super, well, it is pretty stark. There's a clear and silver to it maybe, but clear and or silver. I guess it's clear because I can see stuff in it, but yeah, that looks great. Pretty cool. What's this? This is just a static look at the same ones, I think. Okay, there's the mask on, so I guess you can put the mask on or put it to the side, and we see it here with the white and the black, so I guess these heads are interchangeable. It's not like they're permanent, which pretty standard for Mech Noise. They give you alternate heads. I have a Mech Noise figure, and I've never messed with trying to put the alternate head or heads on it. I think I have one alternate head that it came with. I like the back of this guy too. I don't know if it's shown in any of these pictures, but the back, like the backpack he has, whatever it is, really cool. Right here, you can see it. Very neat. Okay. Cool stuff from Mech Noise, but again, the Buddhist angle I'm not feeling necessarily. Last but not least, we look at Galaxy People. This is one I definitely look at ahead of time. I look at this every day because I'm trying to get a figure from them. I'm trying to get one of their large figures when it comes out, and you got to be quick. So I'm watching this Instagram every day, actually. We looked at this last time, so this was really interesting. Got some future plans that require some old techniques, and he's got... I have no clue what's going on here. He's got a black little... It looks like clay or something, and he's dipping it in something. I don't know if he's doing a wash paint job or prepping it somehow, or... It's like a little sensor bat looking figure. Yeah. Oh, there's a different one. It doesn't look like it's, you know, Sofubi or a material like that. It looks like clay or something. So I have no idea what he's cooking up here, but pretty interesting. Be interesting to find out what this is going to be. That's recognizable as one of his figures. The second one I couldn't really tell what it was necessarily. Or the second or third one. That was not the center bat. Yeah, I don't know what he's cooking up here. Yeah, I don't know what that one is either. I guess that does resemble one of his figures. Galaxy biscuits. Maybe they really are. He put a laughing face. Maybe they really are cookies. That'd be great. Sensor Bat and Viridius, just a couple of the toy runs I'll be bringing to Super Festival on Sunday. This was back in early January. These look great. These are minifigures, obviously, his smaller size figures. The Viridius looks really cool. The Sensor Bat looks great. I can kind of see some imperfection in some of the eyes, like right there. Not that that's a big deal necessarily. It's kind of nice to have some signs of obvious like actual paint jobs, but I would prefer one. Some of these look perfect, like that one. This one looks just about perfect. That one looks perfect. That one looks a little imperfect right there. First release of the year at Super Festival. Sensor Bats, Spider Tanks, Viridius, and Censorship. So he has Spider Tanks here with the ape guy head and this other head. They look great in black, silver, and red. Very nice. Censorships, I guess these have been around. Sensor bat looking ships, and there's one with like the straight up bat. This guy with the eye patch. Very cool. These guys we just looked at, they look great. And these guys, see, these guys are looking pretty good. That one might have an imperfection. That one looks great. That one looks pretty great. They look really good. I didn't jump on any of these because they are little figures. I'm trying to jump on a big figure from him as part of my last Hurrah project I've been talking about. In the future, I'm going to try to find a way to get a vehicle from him too. Save up money or something, and even after the last Hurrah project, I'm going to find ways to save up some money or get some money. Sometimes I get gifted money and save that for toys, and I would love to get a vehicle from him too after I get one of his big toys. And I'd love to get a small figure from him too. But that would be further in the future, I think. I'm going to turn the feed off for a second when I look at this last picture. Okay. Sometimes his Galaxy People's figures are all very above board, but sometimes he takes these pictures at festivals. Oh, hang on a second. And he's with other people, and they have inappropriate figures. So just wanted to vet that. I think that I know, I'm like 99% sure this is Galaxy People right here. This is the guy that makes Galaxy People. Some of his friends he met up with at Super Festival. He seems to have a lot of Westerner friends. There must be multiple Westerner toy makers in Japan, and he meets up with them at these festivals. And he said nearly everything sold out. There's a small handful of Zorg piloted spider tanks on the web store, and they sold out really quick. Like, as soon as I checked, they were gone. But yeah, they look great. Monkey piloted spider tanks. All right, that's going to be the show for this time around. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.